Hi there, I'm going to demo the magic wand that I've made. The body is made from 3D printed PLA. It's translucent natural PLA in the tip, then brown for the rest of the body, which has then been hacked out with a knife and a Dremel to give it some sort of organic texture, and then covered in a bit of varnish. It passes quite nicely for wood from a distance. It's all it's meant to do. So in a lamp it's going to look the part. The front half is full of LEDs, the middle section's full of batteries, and the back half's got the electronics in. So unfortunately that's why the handle's a little bit thicker. I probably could make it smaller, but not without a lot of fiddling around and custom boards. Now it only has a couple of external controls. You've got a main on-off switch and a little switch to wake it up once it's gone to sleep. So to turn it on, all you need to do is slide that little switch forward and it'll wake up. The starting proposition from it is an animation where you can choose the colour. So start out here, we've got a red, and you can choose the colour that the wand's going to do stuff in by just flicking your hand like that, and you go to green, go to blue, and across to red. You can keep doing that and just change through them. These are quite easy to edit, but they do need to be edited in the software. There isn't like an easy plug-in to change it. So I quite like this purple sort of animation style. Demo the casting. To cast it, you raise your arm up and tilt the wand up, and there we go, and we get a nice flickering fire type effect all up the side of the thing. You can see the individual LEDs, especially if you know how it's constructed, but as a bystander from a distance at a lot, I think that looks pretty sound. Now to actually then do the casting of the spell again, drop it down again, and you'll get an animation. It shoots forward and it goes back to where we were before. I'm thinking about adding a little more delay before the tip comes back up to life, so that it feels like you cast a spell, something's changed, there's time, and you need a little bit of time before that comes back. But that's a very minor thing. And you can change the colour again and mess around with it and so on. Now, obviously this is running the batteries all down all the time when it's doing that, mostly because those LEDs are really quite bright and take quite a lot of power. But you don't want to be switching it off and on all the time, fiddling with the switch. So if you put it down and forget about it, like put it in your wand holster, or you lower your arm so you're kind of carrying, so you're not carrying it pointing ahead of you, it will realise this and it will fade out and fall asleep. Hopefully it'll do that in a second. There you go, so it's fallen asleep. And there, it's now sort of quiescent, it won't do anything until you push the wake up switch on the bottom, and then it will wake up and it will come back. There we go, and carry on where it left off, and you can do the thing again. So here we go. That's the red. That's the green. Something you can do is, because it's aware of the orientation of the thing, if you bring it up like that and then twist it as you bring it down, it will stay on and it will cycle through the pallets. So if you want to do that kind of thing, that's quite nice. I might change the sensing a little bit more to make that a little bit more subtle. That's quite nice, and then when you straighten your arm up, it will then do the casting thing. Again, that's another little thing. There's a lot that could be done with this. A lot more time could be spent on the software. But I think for the coming event where he wants to get demoed at, that is certainly good enough, and it'll be a good bit of fun. I've done some rundown tests on the batteries with the LEDs running continuously, I mean flat out continuously. The batteries lasted getting on for 3 hours. So in a LARP where it's kind of hanging around in your pocket amongst your gear, as long as the lights aren't going all the time, I think you're going to get fairly decent battery life out of it, but obviously when you're not using it, you can always turn it off. And there you go, I hope you like that.